A curious relic, the mystique of 20th-century video stores. Historians often speak of a peculiar ritual that took place in the waning decades of the 20th century. It was a social custom centered around a now extinct establishment known as the video rental store. From the fragmented accounts and cultural artifacts we have uncovered, it appears that these places were a cornerstone of communal life, a destination for the gathering of individuals seeking entertainment in the form of movies, a primitive yet beloved form of audiovisual storytelling. Part 1: The Ritual of Selection. Our records suggest that visiting a video rental store was not merely an errand but an event. Families, friends, and solitary seekers of entertainment would embark on a physical journey, often by means of combustion-powered vehicles, to one of these brightly lit temples of leisure. Once inside, they would wander through long aisles filled with rectangular plastic cases containing the keys to cinematic experiences. Strangely, these cases did not always contain the desired film, and it appears that patrons had to hope that their chosen movie had not already been rented out. This suggests a primitive and limited form of media distribution, where copies of films were finite, and selection was a matter of chance. Some accounts describe the distress of arriving at a video store only to discover that a coveted film had been taken, leading to feelings of disappointment or, occasionally, negotiations with store clerks who wielded a peculiar influence over the available stock. Part 2: The Role of the Store Clerk. Though artificial intelligence had not yet reached full ubiquity, historical accounts suggest that a human figure known as the clerk played a crucial role in the video store experience. These individuals, often possessing a deep, and sometimes intimidating, knowledge of cinema, curated selections for the undecided and offered cryptic recommendations based on personal taste. Some researchers believe that these clerks were seen as oracles of entertainment, guiding visitors toward both masterpieces and obscure, forgotten films. It is also documented that clerks enforced a system of late fees, penalties imposed upon those who failed to return their borrowed films on time. This archaic practice suggests that early 21st century societies relied on deterrence-based economic models to regulate behavior, an intriguing contrast to the limitless access we now take for granted. Part 3: Social Dynamics and Communal Experience. Perhaps most fascinating to historians is the social function of video stores. Unlike the solitary consumption of digital media today, the act of selecting a film was often a group endeavor. Debate and negotiation would arise among family members, romantic partners, and groups of friends as they deliberated on the ideal film for their collective enjoyment. This was an era before advanced algorithmic personalization, meaning individuals had to rely on discussion, persuasion, and compromise, skills that some anthropologists suggest were dulled in later centuries. Furthermore, evidence suggests that customers would occasionally interact with strangers, sharing unsolicited opinions on films or engaging in spontaneous discussions about actors, genres, and personal favorites. Such unstructured, in-person exchanges were a hallmark of the pre-immersive entertainment era, when media consumption was tied to real-world interactions rather than individualized neural interfaces. Part 4: The Great Decline and the Digital Shift. By the early 21st century, the video rental store began its decline, brought down by the rise of an ethereal force known as streaming. This innovation eliminated the need for physical rental locations, instead allowing people to access films instantaneously from their personal devices. Though this transition offered greater convenience, many lamented the loss of the video store's tangible, social, and unpredictable nature. The most powerful of these rental empires, a monolithic entity known as Blockbuster, saw its dominion crumble almost overnight. What was once a behemoth with thousands of locations across the world was reduced to a single surviving outpost, a relic preserved in a small region called Oregon. Scholars speculate that this last store was maintained not for practical use but as a ceremonial space, a shrine to a bygone era where physical media reigned supreme. Part 5: Legacy and Nostalgic Mythology. Today, The concept of the video rental store exists only in historical accounts and the memories of the long-lived few who experienced it firsthand. Yet its echoes persist. Occasionally, digital recreations of these establishments appear in entertainment simulacra, and some enthusiasts attempt to reconstruct the experience using archives of ancient media. The decline of the video store marks one of the earliest transitions from communal media discovery to the hyper-personalized, on-demand entertainment landscape we know today. Whether society lost something valuable in the process remains a subject of debate among historians, but one thing is certain: for those who lived during the golden age of video rental stores, Friday nights held a kind of magic that no algorithm has yet been able to replicate.